There are moments in sports that define a career. With his legacy questioned and his team on the brink of elimination, LeBron delivered one of the greatest performances in NBA playoff history.
Down low against Ray Allen, turns, little jump hook, won't go. James comes flying in and throws it down.
Let's rewind the clock. It's the Miami Heat versus the Boston Celtics. LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh were the super team expected to dominate the league, but in 2012, they were facing elimination in the conference finals against a veteran Celtics squad.
Pierce for three. It's good. Paul Pierce from way downtown. And Boston leads by 4.
The series stood at 3-2, and Boston was one win away from advancing to the NBA Finals. LeBron had heard it all.
You can't understand the urgency of this moment right here, right now. You think you're going to learn once you go back to Boston Thursday night? This is Boston. These are the Boston Celtics.
Right.
They were down 3-2 and on the verge, on the brink of elimination. And he doesn't win this after losing that final series to Dallas. I mean, this is one of the epic collapses we will have seen, and his legacy will never,
and be honest,
recover from that.
But the version of LeBron that showed up at the Garden that night was unlike anything we had ever seen before. From the opening tip, LeBron made it clear he was not going home.
Wade double teamed as he has seen all series long. Chalmers spots up, and that's a 3.
But soon, you realize what James has been up against throughout this entire series. Not only is he running the offense, but he's also frequently matched up against Kevin Garnett.
And this moving the ball to the weak side.
Meanwhile, you could say that about every member of the Celtics, with the big 3 in Rondo is Garnett.
But LeBron clapped back. Quick, he grabbed the board and took off, cutting right through Boston's transition defense.
Sent from downtown. James blows past Pearson, throws it down. And the Heat quickly with a 4-point lead.
But the Celtics were on a mission from the jump as well, with KG and Rondo on the forefront.
And Bass the rebound. Up-tempo, alley-oop, Garnett.
Rondo's insane handles, combined with Garnett being too quick for Miami's big men in the open floor, kept the Heat scrambling. But just when you thought that was too much to handle, LeBron had to deal with another one of the big 3.
Having to guard LeBron James. James with the jump shot is good.
With Paul Pierce going blow for blow in the mid-range.
That initial celebration. But what have they done to continue to, as Pierce hit the great job.
So, with everything against him, LeBron had no choice but to take over to keep up.
Trying to get it inside, deflected. Celtics sloppy, they've got 4 turnovers. James on the run, gets inside, count it, and 1.
Already racking up 9 points, but he knew he had to extend his range.
James for 3, puts it in. LeBron James from downtown.
With 2.5 minutes left in the first, he was already sitting at 12 points on 5 for 6 shooting. The Celtics as a team had just 2 more points than LeBron alone. But as we jumped to the second quarter, it looked like no one was going to stop Kevin Garnett again.
Have a lot of scoring options besides Wade, James, and Bosh. Terrific play.
Miami had the lead, but Boston wasn't going away. And on the other side, even wide open, LeBron's shooters weren't seeing the ball go in the hoop. Meanwhile, Boston's shooters were cutting the lead down to single digits. So, LeBron had to continue taking matters into his own hands.
They're hitting his first 4 shots. This is his next 2. Sure, Doc Rivers doesn't want him to hesitate then. James, meanwhile, he is knocking down everything. He's 8 for 9 from the field, 18 points, and we still have just under 9 to play in the second.
A few minutes later, he reached into the same bag, putting Paul Pierce in jail and getting 9 for 10 from the field.
And again, 9 for 10 from the field. Right now, unstoppable, and some of these are tough shots.
Boston had to adapt, so when LeBron got the ball in the same spot, they were ready with the help defense. But James adapted as well.
James again. He right now is at a special zone here in the first half.
And looking back, you can see just how many Celtics were stationed on his side of the court. Defensively, LeBron had a bit more trouble, trying to contain KG.
It's on him. Nice turnaround from Kevin Garnett for his 4th field goal. He's got 8.
But LeBron's superhuman basketball IQ took moments like this into account. Why not force a key Boston player Paul Pierce, into his third foul before halftime.
Boston got a guy who can shoot, but also is very...
As Pierce picks up his third, Jeff.
And that's a tough foul.
And with Paul Pierce out of the way, LeBron had some more freedom. He grabbed the board, lost his headband, revealing the hairline, then sprinted full court, got to his spot, and drew another shooting foul.
Without the headband, draws another foul. As Rondo picks up his first.
It was clear now there was no stopping him, so the Celtics had to rely on their star players to put a dent in that lead.
Rondo the fake and puts it in. He is so crafty around the basket.
The perfect turn.
And Rondo had the entire Miami defense in a blender.
Sees the opening again, kicks it out to Bass. Good open look for Bass.
Boston was cracking the double-digit deficit, but was it going to be enough? And as it approaches the end of the second quarter, it's clear. Miami's fate is completely in LeBron's hands. Everything the Celtics threw at him, trapping him in double teams, he always found a way.
No, double team. Chalmers puts up a three and nails it.
Mentally, the Celtics thought they had broken LeBron in Game 5.
We broke LeBron.
In Game 5.
So get your ass out of here with that, all right?
Getting cocky at the finish line. But you should never count out LeBron James.
Vince Ray Allen turns, little jump hook won't go. James comes flying in and throws it down. He's got 27 first-half points.
LeBron continued his mid-range dominance, pushing his total to 30 points to wrap up the first half. He could already sense the belief of the Celtics fans draining from the building, and he knew he wasn't done.
Make sure you handle appropriately the pressure with your season on the line.
Well, it's nothing to handle. I mean, for us, it's win or go home. So, you know, I plan on playing the whole second half.
LeBron hadn't sat a single minute in the first half, and he was clear. No one would see him on the sidelines in the second half either. A powerful message that left the Celtics crowd more silent than usual. At the start of the third quarter, one thing was clear. The fans in the Boston Garden were nervous. As we watched Rondo and Pierce try to penetrate Miami's defense, the arena was eerily quiet for a conference finals game. And the fans are quiet because of this man right here. Even KG now looks unable to stop LeBron's scoring onslaught.
Falling away, gets that to go off the glass. The largest lead of the night, Miami by 17.
So, since no one could stop LeBron, Boston decided that no one could really stop Garnett either.
Inside Garnett for the layup.
Except for a tech.
Pass from Rondo, and a technical foul on Kevin Garnett. A taunting technical on Garnett.
Doc Rivers looked shocked on the sideline. But even though it was a soft call, we all know what KG did there. Luckily for the Celtics, he could also do it without a tech.
It's gone by here in the third. Another entry pass inside for Garnett.
In the third, Miami could feel the momentum slipping away. Bosh had yet to play this half as he dealt with a nagging injury, while Boston went on a small run, keeping their hope of a comeback alive.
Bass on the follow.
With the white flags raised, the Garden crowd wasn't short on confidence, and the team delivered, cutting the lead back to a 10-point game.
Rondo the rebound. Rondo pushing. Rondo probing. Back to Pierce. Pierce puts it up and in.
With the crowd fired up, Rondo was looking like the hero for Boston. But on the other end, LeBron was riding his villain arc.
Trying to poke it away, and James floats it up and in. 34 now for LeBron James.
When the Celtics made the mistake of putting Rondo on him, LeBron didn't think twice. But when the game sped up, he was just as quick to find the open man.
James down the other way, kicks it out. Chalmers right corner. That's a three. And what a big turnaround. It could have been a 10-point game. Instead, it goes to 15.
Everything the Celtics threw at LeBron, he had an answer for. Even when they tried to get in his head.
Shots late in the game as Rondo fouls James. Pietrus made two.
He never backed down.
James jab steps on Pietrus. Now the jump shot. That's been going in all night long.
But it was clear that Rondo was starting to get in his head. The frustration was showing, and the refs were quick to step in.
Pierce puts it up at the buzzer. Won't go. Rondo tips it. Bass gets it back to Rondo. He lays it in. And a technical foul call. I believe it's on LeBron James.
It only seemed to motivate him even more. As the 2-minute mark approached, LeBron shut down another Boston run that looked like it would cut the lead to single digits again. He drilled the 3, bringing his total to 39 points. He then surpassed the 40-point mark on 17 of 22 shooting, while the rest of his team combined for just 33 points as we headed into the final quarter. We opened the final quarter with a cool, calm, and collected LeBron, not focused on scoring, but on getting his teammates involved.
Wade on the pull-up, kicks his legs and knocks it in.
On the other end, Paul Pierce looked to come alive, despite shooting just 4 of 17 so far in the game. And of course, if Pierce is starting to make buckets, LeBron's got to match. He's got KG on him, with Rondo hovering close by. But no defender matters tonight.
James again, 43 points. He is knocking down jump shot after jump shot.
The lead kept growing wider and wider, while LeBron was pulling out moves we had never seen before.
James drives inside the Wade.
And with a 23-point lead, the white flag started disappearing. The Celtics stars, with 7 minutes remaining, took a seat for this one, while LeBron didn't keep true to his halftime interview promise. With 3 minutes left, he sat out the rest of the game, finishing with 45 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists, becoming the first player to post those numbers in the playoffs since Wilt Chamberlain in 1964. This was a display of LeBron's dominance, and how even something as strong as a Big Four could fall to his basketball IQ. Boston had an aging but still powerful trio, alongside a young Rondo. In Game 7, Miami won the series, with LeBron putting up 31 and 12 rebounds. LeBron went on to win Finals MVP after defeating the young Thunder squad in 5 games. But outside of his triple-double in the championship game, Game 6 against the Celtics stood as his most dominant performance of the playoffs. It didn't just stave off elimination. It began to win fans back after his polarizing move to Miami. LeBron had embraced the villain role, but how villainous was his play on the court? He showed it all in this game. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown of this LeBron masterpiece, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more epic throwback games. And don't forget to leave a comment below with the game you'd like to see next. If we hit 1,000 likes, I might just make a video on one of the top ones.
Thunder.
LeBron, no player has to play under the kind of scrutiny and pressure that you do. What is it like knowing that regardless of what happens with the team, the failure rests on your shoulders?
Well, I just go out and just do what I've been taught, and that's to play at a high level and have fun with it. And at the end of the day, I won't regret anything. If I know I played hard and I gave it my all, I won't regret anything, no matter the outcome. We had to win this game. We wanted to win this game. But the series, it's a one-game series now, and it's in our building, so we look forward to the challenge.